2020 recession, 2020 housing crash. What are we going to see for the rest of the year? Stay tuned. We'll talk about it. Hey, what's up? It's Alex Clark, the Clark Group, Keller Williams Realty, Portland Premier, here to talk to you today a little bit about 2020 and recessions or housing crashes and what we're seeing in the market. So I guess the first question is recession. Well, what is a recession? A recession is defined by two straight quarters of negative growth. So GDP coming down. That is definitely where we're at. I don't think the second quarter is hit yet. I think that's June 15. But yeah, we're definitely in a recession. Now, a lot of people associate recessions with housing crashes, and so I'm getting a lot of questions saying, hey, Alex, are we going to see a housing crash? And the data's not showing it. Quite frankly, this might be the hottest market we've ever seen, with maybe the exception of some of 2017. 2017 was pretty darn hot. So let's look at the numbers. In 2008 or 9, even in 2010, what we were seeing during the housing crash was we had interest rates that were somewhere between 6 and 7%. We had a much higher level of inventory. I think at the start of the housing crash, we were about 6 months. In some parts of town, it got all the way up to like 18 months of inventory. And then as far as equity goes, there weren't a lot of people or as many people who had equity in their homes. I think the National Association of Realtors, the report said about 40% of homeowners had equity in the home when the housing crash hit. Fast forward to 2020, the data that we're seeing is much different. Right now, interest rates are right around 3%. Inventory levels are at essentially historic lows. We're about 2.2 months of inventory, so significantly lower than 2008. The demand is substantial. We're getting calls from buyers left and right wanting to go out and buy homes, probably due to the interest rates, quite honestly. So demand is high despite the worldwide pandemic and unemployment numbers going up. And then lastly, equity. Equity right now, the National Association of Realtors report indicates that about 85% of homeowners have equity in their homes, much different than the 40%. So the numbers are looking great. Quite honestly, it's a unbelievably hot market. Things are being listed and they're selling very quickly. We're seeing prices go up. With the exception of downtown Portland, the condo market has been stalled there for a couple years. But other than that, it's been a really hot market. As far as the recession goes, the economists we listen to are actually saying that they believe the housing market is going to take us out of this recession. So that's encouraging, but we're busy. We're continuing to be busy, and right now, and near the end of June, things are really ramping up. So we're seeing a big time wave coming down for new listings and new sales. Talking about something specifically here in the Portland metro market, the last month and a half or so, we have seen substantial increases in week over week numbers for pending sales. And as of about 4 weeks, I guess about a month ago, year over year sales were up. So that would be about the end of May. So we're past where we were in 2019. Real estate is a safe investment. It's producing good returns, at least for right now. A lot of people are concerned about the potential inflation, and real estate's a great hedge against inflation. So the other thing that real estate can do, obviously, if you're investing in a rental property, it produces a steady stream of income. What we're seeing on the rental side for the property management business we own and operate is that we're collecting rents out of the 65 doors we manage. Everybody's current and paying rent. So things are good. Anyway, hope that answers some of your questions. What's the pulse of the market? It's hot, about as hot as we've seen it. So if you're thinking about selling, now may be a good time. And if you're buying, take advantage of those interest rates. We don't see them going anywhere, quite frankly, for a while. But now's a great time to be a buyer or a seller. Talk to you guys soon.